In this video, I'm gonna show you how to read a file, okay? How to read it from a file. So we create a file in this code. We test the file. We looking for the name, get the name. We check if we can read, we can write, etc. And then we write to a file. We write how are you, if you remember the previous video. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to read the above file, the one we created. In general, to read from a file, we need to create an object from the file class. We need to create an object from scanner class, and we are going to use the while loop and with some methods to read from that file. Then finally we need to close the object. So the first step is to create an object from file. Okay, so to create an object from file. And this step is done already in creating a file. So we create the object myObject, and we have a file called myfile.txt, and we create that file and done that already. Now to read a file, so we finished the first step. The second step, to create a scanner object. So we say scanner, we say scanner, we said my reader, for example, my reader equal new scanner, and open parenthesis, and I'm gonna put here the object that we created earlier, which is my object, and end with a semicolon. Of course, we have some red lines to import scanner class, so that's what we are gonna do. And we have the yellow one because we didn't use this object yet, so the value of the local variable myReader is not used. Okay, so the second thing we need to do is to use the while method to read from that file. Okay, so to do that, I'm gonna say while, and I'm gonna say my reader and dot has next line. All right, while my reader has next line, and has next line is gonna return a Boolean value. My reader is the scanner that we are created, or the object from scanner class. So this is gonna have a Boolean value, true or false, and true when there is something in the file and it's not empty. Okay, now we open and close curly bracket, we go to a new line and say so now we need to assign what we read from that file in a variable. So after we create while, and we are gonna create a new variable, string variable, and call it, for example, data or information in that file, and I'm gonna assign using the scanner object, which is my reader dot next line. Okay, next line. So by this now we assign the value that we found in my file to that variable. I'm gonna try to dot print ln, and I'm gonna print data to the end, semicolon. And finally we still have yellow red. He said my reader is never closed, so I'm gonna say my reader dot close enter. So let's try now and run the code. I run this. There is an error. So basically we print our u, and then there is still an error. What's that error? Scanner closed. Okay, scanner should be closed. Scanner closed inside the while loop, so it's gonna run one time, and it's not gonna so save and run that again. So now it's find the absolute path and how are you. If we change how are you to say 1, 2, 3, all right, and run this. So how are you 1, 2, 3, and if we check here, how are you 1, 2, 3. Okay, if we write something here and say new line, okay, and save it, and then go back here and run this. Still, how are you 1 2 3, because when we write here, we write instead of what the file has, we write how are you 1 2 3, right? So if we stop this, all right, if we stop this and say and go here and say a new line, new line, and save it, and then go back here and run that. So how are you 1 2 3 new line? All right. So that's how to read from a file in Java. Thank you and bye-bye.